everyone, welcome to another Stay at Home STEM with Katie and Margaret. Each week we do a series of themed experiments for kids through the Larimer County Extension Office with AmeriCorps. This week's theme is chemical reactions, and today we are going to do a bunch of basic chemical reactions.
Hi everyone, so this is going to be a bigger experiment, so you may want an adult's help, and you definitely need their permission to do this. For the materials, you will need cornstarch, baby powder, baking soda, sugar, vegetable oil, vinegar, water, food dye, 4 plastic spoons, 4 clear cups, a Sharpie, paper towels or towels just to clean up the mess, a tray to keep everything in, and the printout at the bottom of this video, and a piece of paper.
Awesome. So now that we have everything, we are going to get started by printing the chemical reactions observation sheet that's in the link below. It's going to look something like this. We will use this sheet to record our observations of how each liquid and powder reacts when it's combined. So if you don't have access to a printer, you can also record this information on a blank piece of paper. Just go ahead and take a second to pause the video and copy down this table that we have.
Great, so before we start, we also want to use the large tray in order to contain the spills. Just grab your large tray and then you'll be ready. So we're going to start by taking 4 plastic cups and labeling each one cornstarch, and then the next one baby powder, and then third one baking soda, and then the last one sugar. So go ahead and do that.
Awesome. So now that each cup has a different powder in it, we are going to place them on the tray that we talked about earlier to keep it from spilling all over the place. And then we're going to put 1/8 of a cup of water into each cup and use a separate spoon to stir each of the mixtures together. So then what you're going to do is use the chemical reactions observation sheet and record your findings for each mixture. If there is no chemical reaction, you can use a descriptive word like no reaction or stable. If you witness a chemical reaction, you can use words like spontaneous, swift, or bubbly.
That was so cool. So I didn't see any major chemical reactions, but I did notice that the sugar dissolved and that the baking soda fizzled a little bit. So just write down your observations and then we'll get on to the next part of the experiment. So the next step is to rinse all of the cups in the sink and then dry them off with a paper towel and then place them back into the pan. We're going to repeat the first step of the experiment by adding a spoonful of each powder into the cup labeled with that powder. Great, so now that we've reset our experiment, we're going to add 5 drops of food coloring to each cup and see what happens.
Awesome. So make sure that you recorded all of your observations from that last one. But the next step is going to be to rinse all of our cups out again, dry them off with a paper towel, and then put the corresponding powders in them. Awesome. So once you have that done, what we're going to do is add 1/8 of a cup of vegetable oil to each cup and mix it in with the separate spoons. And then again, make sure that you record on your chart what you notice about these mixtures.
Great, so we are on to our last observation. So go ahead and reset the experiment by rinsing all of the cups and drying them with a paper towel and then putting them back in the pan. Great, and then now that we have powder in each of our cups, we are going to add a tablespoon of vinegar to each and then mix them with separate spoons. Again, we're going to observe the mixtures and record our findings on the chemical reaction observation sheet. So go ahead and do that.
Awesome. Well, that was a fun experiment. We hope that you enjoyed mixing the different substances and recording your findings. I know that Margaret and I definitely had a ton of fun with this one. So this is all that we have for today's activity. If you want to do the rest of the chemical reaction experiments or check out other STEM-related activities, go to the Larimer County 4-H STEM Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye!